Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to NieR Replicant. In the last episode, we were learning the backstory behind the P-33 robot and the shade that was with it, BP and Khalil, and their little buddies. They're little buddies, and we're gonna have to kill them, and it's just... This game is becoming more and more heartbreaking the further we go. Take the thing.
That's some pretty impressive stuff you found. I'll start upgrading your weapon right away. And since you did me a favor, I won't even charge you for it. Well, actually, this is gonna take a little more time than I thought. No sense in you waiting around. I'll send you a letter once it's ready.
That would be great.
I don't want to continue. I don't want to.
It appears we have some free time on our hands.
We'll head to the Forest of Myth.
Popola said we might be able to find something in the Forest of Myth.
You will forgive me if I seem less than enthusiastic about such a trip.
I want to leave Khalil and BP alone. I want them to explore the world and live their best lives, and we're not going to do that. I mean, at least we don't kill anyone in the Forest of Myth. At least we don't hurt anyone there. That's something. We get a nice little visual novel segment. That'll be lovely. Unless they've changed that to be even more heartbreaking. Oh no. Excuse you, dickhead. Excuse you. This is on one hand, it's so interesting knowing what the shades are saying. It's so interesting, and at the same time, I'm like, oh, this makes things so much harder now. Now that I know what's going on with them, everything is so much harder. Right, you're coming with me and all. Let's just go. Get on the pig. Get on the pig. Can we please get on the pig? There we go. And we ride to the Forest of Myth. There we go. Over the bridge. Thank goodness it can hold the bull's weight. Yeah, I see you all following me. I see you all following me on the mini-map. No. I'm leaving you be. Please don't make me fight you. Oh, there we go. Hey, dickhead! Dickheads! If you're gonna hurt my pig friend... Now, so no, don't hurt the pig. Don't do that. That's rude.
The home of that blasted dream.
Yeah.
Truly a nightmare I hope never to experience again.
I hear you.
Well, assuming that the game just keeps putting us back to Act 2, or maybe it's just a repeat for the second playthrough, and then on the third it goes into the future, maybe. Or maybe it takes you back to the very beginning. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but like, as long as it just keeps putting us back on Act 2, then we will never have to deal with the dream again. But like, I can't promise that. I can't promise that, Vice.
Oh, hello. How are things? You want to know if anything unusual is happening? Well, I have been feeling a rather strange presence whenever I visit the Divine Tree.
The Divine Tree?
that legendary tree that exists in the heart of our village.
Did you investigate the cause of this presence?
Not really, no.
And why not?
Because he couldn't be asked.
Well, we're not really supposed to go near the tree, except for prayer.
And why is that?
I don't know. It's just how things have always been.
Weird.
Okay, yeah. It was just the tree itself. We spoke to you because it was the thing about the kid. The kid had eaten some berries, yeah.
We are the grass, the trees, the woods.
Why do we seem to encounter nothing but odd people lately?
You should talk, Vice.
As if Grimoire Weiss is capable of spouting such nonsense.
Hang on. I don't think it's done.
Is the dark entity that governs all memories. May the words form themselves to your liking.
Does that mean it'll tell us what we want to know? That'd be nice.
Is this going to be exactly the same, or are we going to get a new visual novel here? Black, pure darkness, painted over everything. Words scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words, difficult words, amorous words, all sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now, but time was shorter. Grabbing the words in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. "This is wrong," whispered the tree in the voice of the wind through the leaves. "This is not how it was supposed to be. The plan has failed." Once, long ago, the tree had remembered everything about the world. This was its task, its function, its purpose. It shivered with something approaching joy as it collected the memories of mankind. This was no accident. Emotions were as much a part of the tree as root and bark. Memories collected like dew on the thick green leaves of the tree. And once they had formed a web that spanned the entire world. Words collapsed into sunlight before passing through the leaves into the pool of memory. From the pool, the words joined together to form colonies. The colonies united into whirlpools of light, and the light coalesced into stars. Each star was like a child of the tree, and it loved them all. Look at my memory. A child is here, brought low by disease. He is far too young to have suffered so. Thin beyond words, the boy's skin is a shade paler than the bleached sheets upon which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they cannot bear to watch him suffer. The doctors have long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy too has abandoned hope. Strange emotions, wariness, hatred, swell within the dark recesses of his young heart. So this does seem to be exactly the same. Part of me is like, I should just skip this, but at the same time, the writing is so good that I don't want to. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive the invader away. He has long ceased to resent his parents and doctors. Once he did, but now his pain is so great that there is little room in his heart to think of others. Only one person brings the boy comfort, a healthy young girl with tan skin and deep green eyes. She is a beacon of brightness and light in the boy's world, her very presence a comfort to him. But he is unable to look upon her face. Whenever they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon this loathing eats away at what joy he receives from the girl's visits. The girl will stop coming. He knows this. His every waking moment is spent in fear of this day. He thinks that if he could talk to her, if he could tell her of his feelings, this might not be so. But this conversation never happens. The girl disappears. The boy dies alone. The tree scoops up this memory and carefully stores it within itself. Etched upon it is a single word, envy. Look at my memory. There is a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When she strikes it with her sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. But when the white smoke clears, a new enemy rises. And another. And another. The warrior knows that her struggle is folly, but fighting the unending stream of enemies fills her with a sense of joy and purpose. Somewhere deep in the warrior's drug-addled mind lies a vague memory of a daughter. Perhaps the child exists only in her head, the dying remnants of a powerful dream. She does not know. Her friends and fellow warriors come and go. Some flee in terror, some are eaten. She began the fight with 33 companions, but most are gone now. The warrior's body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears the fierce low sound, the arena is already enclosed in darkness. Looking up, the warrior sees a beast so large that it blots out the sky. She is laughing. She has been doing so for as long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, the warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs until the town that contains her daughter collapses into a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. It is etched with a single word: lost. Look at my memory. A red dragon falls from the heavens. Ah, that memory has been lost. A shame, it was a favourite of mine. After many centuries of existence, the tree saw that its carefully labelled memories were beginning to dwindle. Once seemingly infinite, the memories now seemed ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness at this. Grief was an emotion beyond its comprehension. It did, however, have the distinct feeling that something was missing. The mountain of memories it had so carefully assembled had disappeared. The tree stretched its branches as far as it could, but new memories refused to flow. The pool of memories was a black, empty pit, a hollow place where life had once flourished. The tree had lost its purpose. There was nothing to be done but sift through the few remaining memories littering the ground under its branches. This is why the tree was pleased when the young man and his companion entered the room. NieR, well, this place is gloomy as hell. The room NieR had entered was almost completely empty. All he could see were a few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, NieR suddenly saw a familiar sight. It was the Forest of Myth, its villagers prisoners of their own dreams. I apologize, the tree thought, that is all that remains. As NieR stared at the jewel, bewildered, a voice suddenly called out from the depths of his mind. The voice implored them to listen. It was an order, following it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized that they must listen. They must listen. Vice, look there. A small shadowy presence appeared from beneath the floor. It appeared to be a shade. The shade grasped several jewels in its hands. More jewels tumbled out of its mouth like shards of broken teeth, sights and sounds tinkling from each one before vanishing forever. The creature was abusing the memories, treating the precious objects like a collection of cheap playroom toys. Vice, this shade appears to be consuming the memories. NieR, these things eat memories? The tree extended a branch toward NieR. Without a second thought, NieR brought his blade down on the shade, tearing its stomach wide. Jewels burst from the shade and poured across the chamber floor. Look, thought the tree, there is the conviction memory I had lost, and satisfaction, and many others as well. Yes, this is good. The tree opened its mouth and attempted to speak, but no sound emerged. A millennium of silence and solitude had caused the tree to forget certain things, but rather than be upset, it greeted the development with good cheer. Focusing all its power on the riddle of speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal cord and tried again. Ahem, I implore... It spat out a glimmering green jewel. One more time. I implore you. There we are. What was the colour of the lost envy? Well, it said she had green eyes. Vice, it spoke. This shade has intelligence and emotion. Wait, NieR, who cares? NieR brushed Vice's comment aside as his sword sliced through the shade's right arm. The shade extended its remaining arm to NieR. I must touch him. I must make contact. The moment its fingers brushed against NieR, the tree felt a warm sensation begin to burn. Something hot coursed through its fingers, up its arm, and out to its entire body. It was emotion, more than the entity had felt in centuries. The tree cried out in surprise and joy. 1,000 years alone, 1,000 years in quiet contemplation. The tree felt like it was going to break apart. For long centuries, the tree had been alone, its heart sealed with heavy chains, but no more. New, powerful emotions began to take hold, causing its heart to lighten. This was more than the simple emotions it had been designed to feel. It was the beginnings of a soul. And the young man was the key. This was the promise made long ago. This was how it would be released. The tree's stomach began to throb in pain, a new and unpleasant sensation. But the time was not yet right. I implore you, how many were lost by the warrior who fought the red-eyed beast? It was 33. NieR. Okay, riddle time is over. I'm gonna kill this stupid shade once and for all. Something round and shiny fell from the open stomach and clattered to the floor. The key, cried the book. Secure the key! The man's sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them, stretching and slowing. Time is essential. The next word must be heard. The words exploded. It became difficult to discern their meaning. The pool of memories began to crack as infinite blackness burrowed its way into the walls. Vice. This world is falling apart. NieR. How can a world of letters? I implore. Most important thing. World. Yona. The light was complete. The memories disappeared. The tree's identity began to dissolve. As the letters slowly faded, NieR was drawn back to the real world, and the tree was satisfied.
What in the... I never realized shades were capable of rational thought.
I don't care if they can tap dance and play the fiddle. I just want to kill them without all this hassle.
With the tree defeated, we no longer have to worry about being buried in its world of letters. Unless, of course, time itself begins to rewind.
I feel like that's a new line. I feel like the game is referencing back, hey, this isn't the first time you've done this. Obtain the memory tree key fragment. Here's the thing, that is interesting. That is interesting. Now that we know that the shades, or the gestalts, are like human souls, what would happen to their memories? What would happen? Like, in the first go around, this felt interesting. Seeing that for a second time, it feels like there actually may be something to that. Oh, well, what next? Check to see. Yeah, let's just check it. Go there.
Let's see if the Junk Heap kid sent us a letter.
Yeah, the first time I saw that, I thought that it was metaphorical. That was my takeaway, that it was some kind of metaphor. Oh, again, the red bag couple. We told Jonah about that. That's so sweet. Now I'm wondering if that story was far more literal. Okay, medicinal herbs. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, don't dissipate. Don't dissipate like that. Rude sneeze. Okay, go. Go, go, go. Just ignore everything and get back home. God, it is strange to think how quickly we're blitzing through this. Like this, what took me like a good 5 to 10 episodes has only taken me like 3. Maybe I'm being, you know, maybe I'm over-exaggerating with 5 to 10, but like still, it took me a while. It took me a while, and now we're just like, hey, go, go, go. Oops, excuse me. I see you, little shade, no. Get off there, and then in before anything can catch us. Now then. A letter, if you please.
You have a letter, it would seem.
Yes, dear NieR, this is to inform you that the upgrade work on your weapon has been completed. The weapon is ready and available for pickup at your earliest convenience. I also have a more personal request to make of you, one I hope we can discuss further once you arrive to pick up the weapon. Yours, Two Brothers Weaponry.
A personal request,
He's done a lot for us. We should see what he wants. Off to the Junk Heap, then.
I don't want to. He's gonna ask us to murder Khalil and BP. And I like them. I have become very fond of Khalil and BP. Oh. Oh, I decided to go look for a flower on my own and it ended up causing trouble for NieR. I hope he doesn't hate me. Oh. Oh, Yona, NieR never hated you. He never hated you, darling. I'm glad we're getting new journal entries. I'm really happy that we're getting to see more of Yona's thoughts. She's such a big part of this game, and yet she's also such a small part of it. Bitch! No, go up. Go up. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. But yeah, for such a major player, she's barely in it. So I am glad that we're getting to see more of her, even if it is, you know, indirectly. Up. And there we go. There we go, Kaine, come on. Come on, lass. There's no need to be fighting. Now then, my dear, Why do you make me do things that I don't want to do? Why do you do this?
Hey there. Your weapon is ready to go.
Great. Thanks.
Obtain the two-handed sword, Iron Will.
You know, with a weapon like that,
You were going to say?
I need to ask you for a favor.
Oh, yeah?
I want you to avenge my brother.
That is a rather ponderous favor.
It's my mission. It's the whole reason I've been creating these weapons for the past 4 years. I don't care about money. I only care about making a weapon strong enough to kill those bastards.
And they had such empathy for him. They had such empathy for him. Like, oh shit, something's gone wrong and one of them's died. Oh no, they seem nice. I'm so sorry about that. Like, again, it was Gideon's fault. Have I been calling him Jacob? I get the two confused. I get the pair confused, but you know, it was his own fault. He was playing silly buggers. He wasn't being careful, and his brother saved him. His brother jumped in front of him to save Gideon's life. And Gideon, rather than accept responsibility, admit he was a little boy. He was a young boy. And he's got no one. Because his dad is being very negligent in Seafront, running a very nice inn there, where Gideon could be comfortable, where Jacob and Gideon could have been comfortable, but no. I'm just gonna leave you two in the junkyard. I'm not gonna look after you in the slightest. Great parenting there. Gideon had no one. And so he, rather than come to the realization of, like, that was my own fault, like, there was no one to challenge him. He just had himself, and himself was saying, oh yeah, those robotic bastards. Fuck those guys, they're responsible for all of this. Yeah, totally. All he had was himself to act as a sounding board off of. And so he had no one to challenge him. He had no one to say, was it the robot's fault, or were you playing silly buggers? Were you not listening? Gideon frustrates me, but I think it's completely logical that he would end up this way, because he is on his own, and he's so young. This makes complete sense. But I'm just like, Gideon, dude, I don't like you, Gideon. I don't like this, not because I think it's bad writing or because I think it's like bad, gameplay. None of that. I'm just like, it makes perfect sense. I don't like it. On an emotional level, I don't like it.
Which bastards?
The ones in the mountain. That little shade and his robot.
A shade has joined forces with a robot?
There's a shade in there?
Yes.
And what have we decided,
We're gonna kill it.
It's done nothing. It's done nothing. It's just living its best life. It's got a friend called BP and we're gonna go bully it to death. Again, I don't feel happy. Sad times. Sorrow. Sorrow and sadness. Okay, now, here's the question. Oh, yeah, I remember. I remember where I have to go. Excuse you. Let's just jump it. There we go, that's quicker. Yeah, we have to... It's down this elevator. And it's along the, It's along the track. That was B2. Okay, now... I'm gonna get to the track, and then I'm gonna bring this episode to a close. In the next one, I expect pain. I expect pain and suffering. So much sorrow. No, you can piss off. God, hearing... Excuse you. Get in there. There we go. And a yoink. Yeah, hearing what Khalil is gonna be saying, this is gonna break my heart. I can already tell this is going to absolutely break my heart. But that will have to wait until the next episode. So until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members such as SM2K. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.